Hey, Chmelaeon.com here. Today we're going to be talking about the #1 RV water filter that money can buy. It is by Camco, and before we go any further, as always, we're going to have links in the description below to ensure that you get the best price on your RV water filter or whatever you're buying today. And we're going to get straight into this thing. Let's do it. So at the time of this recording, we're looking at 3,046 customer reviews at 4.5 stars. That is no small feat for any product, and this is going to be a rather lengthy review. I'm actually going to run water through this thing at some point in the review, so stay tuned for that. But I'm going to get into every possible detail on how this adds value to your life and how this keeps your RV water lines from doing this. Also, the wonderful explosions that you can get if you do not actually have the pressure regulated when putting water into your RV tanks, because some of the lines are not made of steel. They're made from like a flexible material that can only hold a certain PSI. I'm also open to learning from you guys, so be sure to comment along the way if you have any questions or concerns about what I'm saying. But I like to think we have a pretty good batting average here over at Chmelaeon. So I'm just going to get straight into this. I'm going to read the box, and I'm going to read the Amazon listing, which we will have a link in the description below. So basically, it is the Camco Taste Pure RV Marine Water Filter with flexible hose protector. Protects against bacteria, reduces bad taste, odors, chlorine, and sediment in drinking water. Now that's the one that actually comes with this flexible hose thing. But the one that I got was the 2-pack, because after you get the accessories, it's actually a lot cheaper to just buy them in a 2-pack if you're just getting replacement filters. Just thought I would give you that helpful tip. So, same thing. Safe Water Matters GAC granular activated carbon filtration greatly reduces bad taste, odor, chlorine, and sediment. Large capacity filtration. Each large capacity inline water filter lasts an average of 3 months for a total of 6 months of filtration if you're counting both of the filters together that come in this 2-pack. They are multiple uses. They can be attached to any standard gardening or water hose to provide healthier drinking water and cleaner water overall. Great for RVs, boats, campers, pets, gardening, and much more. 20 micron sediment filter removes particles, greater than 20 microns, which is pretty good filtration. Protects against bacteria. Premium KDF provides protection against bacteria growth while filter is stored or not in use. Let me know what KDF is. I know what carbon filters are. Low lead certified, complying with all federal and state low-level lead laws. CSA low lead content certified to NSF/ANSI 362. Made in the USA. I gotta tell you, I do love filters that are made in America as opposed to overseas. Kind of sketchy if they're made in, a different place than, I'm not saying filters from other countries are bad, but it's nice to know that they're manufactured in America, just generally saying. So, one thing I noticed about this filter that I want to mention. Now, I don't know so it says this filter is designed for outdoor use only. A regulator must be used to limit water pressure to 60 psi or less. See package for additional information. Now, I think I'm going to find it in the package, but I was finding a lot of, what's a nice way of putting it? Not informed people on the Amazon listing, to where they would say this plastic housing would crack when they push water through, but I think that's from people who don't realize that you need to limit the water pressure in an RV system anyway, which is why you need to buy this Camco RV water pressure regulator. I like the brass one. But if you go to, we'll have links in the description below, but when you click the link in the description below, there's going to be a plus sign. Let me show you what this is. So whatever Camco Taste Pure filter you select, they're going to have like these little add-ons. I highly recommend you get the flexible hose attachment. And then there's also going to be a listing called, you click this brass fitting, the image might change, but it's called Camco RV Brass Inline Water Pressure Regulator. Helps protect RV plumbing and hoses from high pressure city water, and apparently it's also lead free because it's made of brass. Attaches easily to 3/4 inch garden hose threads, durable brass construction that is drinking water safe, reduces water pressure to a safe and consistent 40 to 50 pounds of pressure, and it's got CSA low certified lead, blah, blah, blah. But the other thing is that in this same listing, you'll see that I got the brass one because it was $1 more than plastic, and I'm like, I'm not messing around. I want a good, solid metal, unbreakable regulator. Now, they also come in stainless steel, and they also have one that's adjustable. So depending on your system, if 40 to 50 psi is too high or not high enough, you can actually have an adjustable regulator that Camco provides, and this is the #1 most rated regulator with 2,203 customer reviews at 4.5 stars, Amazon choice, which is like a whole nother level of good products. But you'll notice that the closest one was this Renator, and it's a different company, and I'd rather just go with the company that's actually manufacturing the water filters along with these products to go with it. I'd rather go with the company that's manufacturing the whole thing than starting to part out regulators in different companies. It's just probably not a good idea. That's my honest opinion. Other than that, I like the brass one. It's solid. It brings it down to 40 to 50 psi consistently. I think the plastic one does that too. I just didn't like the idea of having a plastic one. And the stainless steel one does the exact same thing, but it's 3 times the price. Almost 3 times, a little bit, 8, 16. Almost 3 times the price as the brass one, so that's why I went with the brass one. That's my 2 cents on that. Let me read off this box. Don't worry, guys. I am actually going to run water through these things, and I'm actually going to give you a couple of Amazon opinions from buyers of what they've said from this, and I'm going to read through this after, because there's a lot to go through here. But capacity question: how many gallons of throughput will one filter last on a typical city water system? Don't know the actual gallons, but this is according to answered questions on the listing. But we have traveled full-time in our RV, use ours full-time. Camco recommends changing the filter every 3 months. But in our experience, this is what they're saying, not me, okay? This is anecdotal. They only change it about every 4 to 6 months. We probably average about 18 gallons of water per day with a burst when we do laundry. Hope that helps. But I already went through if it came. The 2-packs don't come with a flexible hose. Make sure you buy one if you get a 2-pack. Saves a lot of money. And also I noticed on here is it said 3 months after average life, 3 months, and then there's a little section where you can write where you first used it. So I believe, I'm not positive, but that 3-month date is when you actually first use the filter. People are saying very reliable, good stuff. There's a couple of images. I wish I could pull it up. There was actually a water test. That was a great image if I can find that. I'll come back to that. But if you go in the links in the description below, there's people who actually like go through it and test the water. Well, what's going on here, man? I don't know what these people are planting here. Looks like some sort of I don't condone whatever they're growing. Hopefully those are tomatoes. Not sure what's going on over there, but hey. Oh! What's going on? Anywho, so we got some guys boiling some hobo stew with some filtered water. So people are using these for a variety of different reasons for water filtration. The great thing is that since it's inline on a garden hose, it helps reduce the lead, the chlorine, and all this. Let me actually pull up this chart. What am I talking about? Look at this chart of what this thing is actually purifying. Aluminum, bacteria, bad taste, cadmium, chlorine, fungus, heavy metals, hydrogen sulfide. Do you want it to be sulfided? I don't want to be sulfided. Iron, lead, mercury, mold, odor, turbidity, which apparently is cloudiness, and sediment. No one wants any of that for any reason. Large capacity, lasts entire season. Wide body allows increased flow. Welded UV resistant case. And I'm going through the gambit here today, guys. Here's a couple of part numbers. No kink flexible hose protector, brass water pressure regulator. That's one I have. They also have it in plastic, and then the one with a gauge. But once again, links in the description below. Here's how you install it. Attach incoming water supply hose to the filter with arrow pointing in the direction of the water flow. Turn on water and flush briefly prior to the first connection to RV. Turn water off. Okay. Attached to RV or watercraft is shown. Okay, so apparently okay, so now I'm understanding. So the way it goes is you're actually supposed to put the water pressure regulator before the water is going into the filter itself. So to my understanding, this is how, I'm going to open both of these right now, why not? To my understanding, this is how it's supposed to be hooked up so your lines don't explode. Once again, guys, check your RV or your line ratings. Don't take my word for it. I do not know the pressure of your lines, so make sure you buy an adjustable regulator or a fixed one like I have for the 40 to 50 psi to where it will not damage your lines. But I would think that 40 to 50 psi is kind of like a general thing if they're manufacturing their regulators to that for all the stainless steel, the brass, and the plastics. So this is how it goes. Okay, you got this, and once again, guys, I am gonna put this actually through my hose. I am gonna hook it up to my hose. All right, so you just bolt A, socket B. You really want to jam her deep in there. And then the water will flow through here. And actually, while I'm doing this, and you're going to see it, you actually want to run this for probably at least a minute or two because you're going to get the residual carbon out of here, which is a good idea. You don't want to be drinking activated carbon or KDF and carbon. It's got a nice rubber gasket on the regulator. Thought I would mention that. I'm not sure if this is adjustable. I think it just has, oh, this is just a thumb screw to make it easier to go onto the actual thing. Good flexible hose that you can attach that to. It's nice, gives it a little bit of wiggle room. Brass fittings on both ends, I like that. And I think that's pretty much it. Also, it is worth mentioning, it's nice to mention that the filters actually come with plastic caps on either end. I do like that. Keeps them nice and fresh. I'm going to put this one back in here in case I ever need to use it, or if I lose it, or I need to store it. Good to keep that around. This also claims that the regulator is lead-free, preset to 40 to 50 psi. And some other fun stuff. That's basically it. I'm going to go through this one more time in case anyone needs to see this, or if anyone's looking for this exact diagram, pardon me. Attached RV or watercraft, You want to make sure the water pressure regulator is before the filter inlet. So you see how the water is going that way, okay? So this end is like this, and then the out end has like the water bottle. So like if you were to drink from, think like drinking from a water bottle. Like if I was drinking from a water bottle, is the end it would be coming from. Hope that helps if someone lost the label on their thing. I think that's pretty much it. Filter life depends on water quality. Replaced each camping season or when an undesirable taste or odor appears. Replace if water flow decreases significantly. I wish I could pull up the photo of the person who did the before and after test for the thing. Let's turn up the brightness here. What is going on? Whoa, much better. That lighting was looking a little bit dazed and confused. If you catch my drift after seeing some of those photos. Just kidding, I have flux on my computer. Helps your eye strain. I wish I could pull up that photo, but I can tell you from the photo I saw, the sediment was a lot worse. I could be on the that's probably why. Let me check the other listing. I'll read that in a second, because I'm sure people want to know what it looks like, and that was a great photo. Now, take this with a grain of salt, guys. these are Amazon comments, you know what I mean? But, so this is before filter, here's after filter. Come on. Come on. What more I gotta say? What more I gotta say? This is according to user VFW. Respect. Respect to the VFW. Gotta love it. Good to know. So that's our kind soul who is serving overseas and purifying water simultaneously. And let's see what else we got here. Or who has served overseas, I would think, if his name is VFW. Safe water matters. Taste pure water filter. I kind of already know. I already read all this. I don't know if I want to read it all again. Removes aluminum, cadmium. I already read it. Inline. Last all camping season. Here's another photo of the regulator before it going into the filter. That's probably why people crack it, is they're not informed or they're being dumb, and they're like, oh, look at this. Let's put this into a high pressure system. And then the plastic cracks, and they're like, oh, what a piece of crap. That's most of the negative comments. But even with the 1-star stupidity comments, this thing still managed to stay at 4.5 stars with 3,046 ratings, with intelligence winning the day. Let me see what we got here. That's pretty much it. Multiple uses in various locations, can be used inline between your RV or trailer, and water hose at campsites, and even when cleaning your vehicle or gardening. I think some people will take that gardening thing a little bit too far, if you want my honest opinion. Pretty intense stuff going on with these. Flexible hose protector helps ensure a smooth water flow. All joking aside with the photo of the plants, but I will say this: if someone is actually like growing food and they don't want heavy metals like being sucked up by the roots of the plant, actually not a bad idea to have that as for watering your garden. That's actually not a bad idea, considering what some of these municipalities let get into their water systems. I think that's pretty much it. I think I pretty much went through the gauntlet and the gambit and the other G. Let me know another word with G. That's like a running through the hurdle. All right, that's pretty much it. On that note, I didn't mention this for this whole video, but hey, if you're sticking with me and you enjoy my dry humor, maybe you guys will take one step further with me and also check us out at Chmelaeon.com, because we are basically our own marketplace, and we would love if you guys could help mobilize the help mobilize the Chmelaeon army and help this rocket ship that is powered by RV water filters to help take off by shopping at Chmelaeon.com. We have everything you could possibly imagine. We have stuff for your car, your baby, your RV, your camera, your drone, your bike, home improvement, fishing gear, outdoor and survival stuff, water filters like this. We have survival tools. We have outdoor stuff. We have Molly bags. We have 75-liter backpacks. We have camping vests, sun hats. You name it. If it's on planet Earth, we probably sell it. Check us out. Stuff for your dog, your fish, pet toys, stuff for your kid. They're kind of like pets. We have toys and games. We have tools. We got everything. Links in the description below. Now, if I don't, I'm pretty sure I will, but I might run some water through this at the end of this video. But if I don't, just in case, I'm going to just leave on this note or transition into me actually punching or pushing some water through this. And I'm going to leave on that note, or join me on that note. Chmelaeon.com is out. Peace. Hey, so I got it hooked up. So here's what I got. I got the pressure regulator attached to the hose with the bendy hose saver device. And actually, I forgot to mention this in the video, but I'm just going to include it now. They actually also make a drinking water hose, which is lead-free, and it's 25 feet or 50 feet or whatever length you need, but it's great. Instead of just having to fill right here from the spout, you can have this big hose and then put it into a system as needed, and it also hooks up to a, you know, a regular hose, female and male end caps. So let's get into this. I'm gonna spray out the, I guess, residual carbon, because you should do that with any new water filter. Let me do that right now. So as you can see, oh, I kind of missed it, but a giant black thing kind of just shot out the end there. But let it run for like 30 seconds just to make double sure. And I'm gonna give it the old taste test. Give me a second here. Yeah, I'm gonna let it go a little bit longer. All right, that's been running for a little bit. I'm gonna give it the taste test. Still has a little bit of a hose wang to it, but it's not nearly as bad